Welcome to Secret Dealers, the show where we value everything in your home and you decide what to keep and what to sell. But will cash be king or will sentiment sink the deal?
I've invited 3 hard-nosed antique dealers into 2 houses they've never seen before.
He's nice.
I've never seen so much stuff.
Their expert knowledge will be put to the test as they compete against each other to sniff out and place secret bids on the best item.
What's she up to, dashing around at the last minute? Oh, you've changed your bid.
And today's homeowners are seriously tempted by some big money offers.
My word.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
This 1930s house in Berkshire is full of original features which reflect its Art Deco heritage. It is also packed full of antiques from the same period, from classic ceramics and furnishings to postcard albums and even advertising signs. These collections have been put together by Kim and Carol, who over the years have indulged their passion for early 20th century antiques, but now they are thinking of selling.
We both had the idea to have an extension to our house, and then to fund it we decided that obviously selling some of our things would help towards it.
This is a rocking horse that we've had for probably 7 to 8 years, and for me I think it's run its last race.
I'd like it to go as well because it's another thing cluttering up the hallway.
While the horse might be unloved, Kim and Carol have a treasured collection of Burleywear jugs they have spent 12 years building up. It's bound to attract the attention of our dealers as its colourful ceramics are typical of the 30s and it's highly sought after.
Well, you've got very specific ideas of what you've collected. You've got Burleywear, you've got a lot of Shelley, a lot of 1930s ceramics. Do you both have the same taste?
I think we do. I think we do in the 1930s, hence the 1930s house as well. We love that era.
Why 30s?
Probably because, you know, we went through the recession in the 20s, and then we went into the 30s, and then just before the war, so it was a sort of a feel-good time, I think, for everybody.
Yeah. So who is driving this process of getting rid of some things?
I think probably I'm driving it. I'm driving the selling and Kim in agreement.
I probably know my place, Kate.
Well, the dealers will be here any minute with money burning holes in their pockets, so it's time to say goodbye. And I'll see you in about an hour.
OK.
Look forward to it.
Over the last 10 years, Art Deco antiques from the 1930s have become hugely popular, so I'm expecting some strong bids from our secret dealers. Coming into Kim and Carol's home, we've got Mike Melody, Karen Delmaney and Brenda Haller.
Now I have a period 1930s house here for you, and one thing is certain, this homeowner wants to make as much money as possible, so I don't want any mean bids. All right.
Excellent.
We'll go and have a hunt,
Well,
shall
you'll
we?
have to book the trend, won't you?
Come on, go and get stuck in. OK, Kate, off we go.
And we're off.
Mike's jackets might not be to everybody's tastes,
Let's just have a ferret.
but when it comes to the unusual, he knows what sells.
Oh my goodness, there's not much in here apart from teddy bears.
Brenda likes to make a profit as much as any dealer,
Oh, this is more my sort of thing.
but if she sees something she wants, we're all in for a surprise.
In we go. Let's dive in.
And this is just the house for Karen, who knows her 1930s ceramics.
Screams 1930s at you. Those lovely bold and daring colours. That is going to be worth more than all the others because of its geometric shape. And that's what they love. Right, so the ones I particularly like are the geometric ones. So it'd be that one, that one, that one. The others are all lovely. Unfortunately, not fetching as much as they were. So if I put a bid on those 3, start the ball rolling, and I'm leaving a price for all of the Burleywear, and I'm going to do it really quick and put a ballpark figure. This is going to be really difficult to price. 1, 2, 3.
While
4,
Karen's totting up in the hallway, Mike's leaving nothing to chance in the living room and has nearly emptied the complete contents of a chest of drawers. But has he found anything he likes?
Pretty damn mint. Don't come much cleaner than this, do they, Kate?
Hey, you found some goodies then, Mike.
There's a bit of a kit explosion going on here.
But these are okay.
Well, I tell you what, these train sets look squeaky
Well,
clean.
that's mint, isn't it? But they're both Hornby, aren't they?
Well, the girls are hot on your heels. They won't be long.
Well, good. Do they like trains?
I'm not sure they do, but Brenda definitely likes her bling.
9 carat, 66.
She's been through Carol's jewellery box and has picked out 5 items to bid on.
Okay, so gold, silver, diamond, sapphire and diamond. All right, see what's in the other rooms.
Now, has Karen figured out how much she's going to offer for all that Burleywear?
Done. And they probably won't like it, but there you go. Right, let's move on. Rocking horse. He's nice. He's a nice Vicky one, 1880. I quite like
This is a beautiful rocking horse in wonderful condition
That's nice
and would be
reins
easy for
and
any
stuff.
of the dealers to sell.
That's original horsehair. I'll put a bit down on him.
Well, Karen seems to have no problem finding things she wants to buy.
There we go.
Mike, meanwhile, is starting to struggle.
I haven't got a clue what that's worth. This is taking me out of my comfort zone.
1930s ceramics just aren't Mike's bag. He prefers things like vintage advertising signs.
I wonder how old that is. I'm going to leave on the enamel sign. It's about the first thing I feel I understand. That's that.
So what have we got here? Burleywear,
Now, Brenda spotted the Burleywear collection.
nice shape.
Isn't that the one Karen picked out?
I'm just going to go for that one there. It's quite an unusual one. I wonder, shall I leave a bid for the lot? No, I've got too much at the moment.
Oh, think about it, Brenda. They're all in perfect condition, and you might not get any of the jugs if Karen's bid for the lot is accepted.
Just seen something over here. Oh, Karen's beat me to it as usual. Nice old dapple grey horse. Mane's good. Little bit of nibbling around the ears, but that's not too bad. I like that. Okay. Come on, Dobbin. Be lucky for me.
Kim and Carol's 1930s house in Berkshire is crammed full of antiques from the period. And putting their own money on the table are our dealers, who have been making secret offers to try to tempt them to sell. Now, Karen's got a soft spot for bears and has spotted in Kim and Carol's teddy collection 3 bears by early 20th century British manufacturer Chilton, named after the Chilton Hills in Buckinghamshire, where the factory was based. Bears in good condition can be worth hundreds of pounds each.
He's a nice old bear as well. Gosh, they all do the same thing. Must be another Chilton, obviously. So 4 bears together. Should be 3 bears, really, shouldn't it? But on these cases, it's 4 bears. That one, that one, that one, and that one. There we go.
Replace saddle.
Looks like it might be a 3 dealers race for the rocking horse.
Oh no, he's got a bid on Dobbin as well. You can't have that. It's for my granddaughter's birthday.
Oh, fair enough then. I'll sell it you.
Oh, such a madam.
Well, they don't come more hard-nosed than Mike.
What has he left bids on? And I'll try and outbid him if he's going to have Dobbin.
Oh, that's fighting talk from Brenda, and this really could end up being all-out warfare as gold-loving Mike heads up to the bedroom. Now, Karen's found a 1930s postcard album.
Maybe Lucy Atwell, I can see straight away.
Mabel Lucy Atwell was a popular 20th century British illustrator known for her nostalgic drawings of children that were based on her daughter Peggy.
There's a couple of liners there that are quite nice. And some glamour ones. I'll put a price for the album.
68 grams.
Just as I thought, Mike's gone straight for Brenda's pile of gold.
Better do a little sum here.
Now, what's his maths like? We'll find out later.
What's she up to, dashing around at the last minute? Oh, you've changed your bid.
Canny old Brenda, waiting till the last minute.
So you either like it a bit more or a bit less.
I might do.
Oh, look, she's going for the Burleys
What's
now.
this? Another last-minute bid?
So I've left bid for all of it.
OK, time's up.
Oh, it's a good job I put that bid on.
Time to go.
Got nowhere near.
This house offered our secret dealers a bounty of early 20th century antiques to choose from, and they have left a total of 48 bids for Kim and Carol to consider. But what do they most want to take home with them?
I thought the rocking horse was nice because that was a proper antique, which I like.
I want the rocking horse. If I haven't got it, I'm not happy.
And of course, there's 2 nice clockwork train sets, which my wife hates, but I like them.
It's time to get Kim and Carol back in the house and reveal to them the total amount of cash they could be pocketing today if they decide to sell all the items that were bid on.
So what did that feel like, you two, letting 3 dealers go through all your prized possessions?
Yeah, we wonder if they fall in love with the same things that we did.
Well, they've had a great time in your house while you haven't been here.
Yes.
And in this envelope is the amount of money that's on the table today. Who wants to have a look?
You go.
No, you open it.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Wow,
£6,834.
that's a lot of money.
That's brilliant.
Pay for some bricks. That's incredible.
So let's find out exactly what they decide to sell. First, it's those 4 teddies.
Well, this is very cosy, isn't it? And we've got 4 furry friends here waiting to know their fate.
Oh, I know.
Tell me about the bears.
This is something I collect, bears. I think they're around 1930s, aren't they?
I think 2 are growlers and the others are, I think, what we called tingling bears.
That's right, yeah.
Exactly that. Because, as you rightly say,
Tingling.
they've got their bells inside.
Yes.
And of course, he's the growler, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you feel about parting with them?
I have got quite a few bears, so yes.
Well, Karen has left you a bid here. Karen wants to take all 4 to keep them
Really?
together. And she says £580.
Oh, that's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not bad.
So you are a bit torn over these.
Well, they're bears. I like bears, so.
Well, our independent valuer says for the 4 together, between £500 and £700.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yes.
Next, it's that stunning postcard album full of postcards illustrated by Mabel Lucy Atwell. Both Karen and Mike have left bids on it.
Is it something you want to sell?
I think so. It's another thing that
Yeah.
Kim's bought at an auction again. Couldn't resist.
Another one of my fads.
Mike and Karen quite fancy this.
Okay.
It's good.
Karen has bid you 115.
Okay.
I can't remember how much we paid for it anyway.
It's not bad. It's not a bad offer.
Okay.
Mike says 195.
Sounds more like it. What do you
Yeah.
think? Yeah?
Yeah, I'd let it go for 195. It's a good offer.
Yeah.
Can you remember what you paid?
It was around about £100.
Tidy little profit then.
I mean, I like postcards, and at £1 a piece, that should come out in profit. There's more than 200 in there.
He's a boy, isn't he? He's nipping me at the post there.
Now we come to that impressive collection of Burleywear, which has taken both Kim and Carol 12 years to build up.
Now you have got quite a collection of Burleywear there, haven't you?
Yes,
have,
lots
definitely.
of years of collecting.
Well, Burleywear, as I'm sure you know, originated in Burslem in Staffordshire, and they're very well known for their jobs with character handles, animals and birds. Ones like the parrot handle are quite common, but others are much rarer and therefore much more expensive.
Yes.
What would you say if I said to you that 2 dealers want the whole lot?
If it was a good price, maybe. But he would be really upset, wouldn't you?
Well, it's a big ask. Let's hope
bit of
it's
a
let's hope it's a big bid.
Well, Brenda says 665. You don't look impressed.
No,
No.
So a definite no.
that is a definite no.
Okay. Karen says 1170.
Probably still not what you would like, is it?
It's a lot of money, but it's still a bit off the mark, really.
The independent valuation is between £800 and £1,200.
It's very low, isn't it?
Well, fashions do change,
Exactly,
and it's
yes.
probably gone a little bit up and down since you started collecting. So £1,170 for all the Burleywear jugs and a pretty empty cabinet. What are you going to do?
For me, it's a definite no.
No, I'll go with you. I'll support him on that one, though.
There must have been at least 3 or 4 times that much in value of what I put down, but that's what it was worth to me. And in a way, I don't blame him in the slightest for not taking it.
Kim and Carol also didn't want to take any offers made on individual pieces and turned down Brenda's offer of £35 for a vase and Karen's offer of £170 for 3. They also decided to keep a long case clock bid on by Karen and a gold diamond ring that Brenda wanted. Now for the rocking horse, which Kim bought on a day trip to Southend and which all 3 dealers, but especially Brenda, want.
Well, Kim and Carol, I've just brought you over to your rocking horse. And what have you just said to me, Carol? Popular horse.
It is, yeah, definitely. Very popular. I can't believe
3
it.
bids are sitting there.
Amazing.
Wow.
Let's have a look what Karen thinks, first of all. Karen has bid you £300. Can you remember what you paid for it, Kim?
Quite a bit more than that.
Quite a lot more than that.
So that's a no sale
Yes.
to Karen.
Yeah.
Mike will have a go at anything. Mike has bid you £255.
Oh, no. Never mind, Mike. Good try.
Independent valuer says, this example, £300 to £500.
He should have been with us on that day.
Should have come to Southend.
Well, maybe Brenda's bid will help. She was desperate to buy this rocking horse for her granddaughter and upped her bid at the last minute.
Brenda says £600.
All right.
It's a big improvement.
Yeah, it's an improvement, but still not quite what you paid for it, is it? Those years ago, my goodness.
Yeah.
I have to say, I think £600 is a fair price for it.
What do you think?
I think we'll take the deal. Yeah,
Yeah.
We'll take the offer.
Yep.
I will think she must have wanted it for herself.
That's a fair old punt, that £600.
Excellent. All right, we were rocking all the way home. That's great.
Well, Brenda wanted it and made sure she got it. Brenda also went home with a late 20th century gold ring, set with a sapphire and diamonds, but she was outbid by Mike for the assortment of modern 9-carat gold necklaces. And Mike also bought the unusual 30s sign, which really caught his eye. In total, our dealers bid on nearly £7,000 worth of items. But what have Kim and Carol decided to sell? And how much cash are you going to pocket in our competition?
Now, Carol, you wanted a real clear out, didn't you?
I certainly did.
Well, you have made today 1,000.
Oh,
2,000.
my goodness.
3,000.
Oh, my goodness.
A total of £4,110.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Is that how much I've been spending all these years?
And more, yes.
So is the main thing here your dual goal of an extension?
Definitely.
Yes. Once we've built the extension and we've got some more rooms, I can start filling them back up again.
No.
Our dealers have already been busying themselves in Berkshire, buying over £4,000 worth of antiques in Kim and Carol's house. Next, we're off to Hertfordshire. This 3-bedroom suburban semi is full to the brim with valuable and not so valuable antiques and collectibles. Amongst the piles of items and cardboard boxes, there are some real treats waiting for our dealers. The house is owned by Christine, who has a self-proclaimed love for ornaments and bric-a-brac. You don't say, Christine.
Most of it is down to my mother, who was always interested in antiques. And then when she retired, she really got into it in quite a big way. Antique fairs, bric-a-brac markets, all sorts. And when she died, I inherited much of what was in her house, but it doesn't fit in a little 3-bedroom semi.
With the inside of Christine's house reaching critical mass, she's keen to start decluttering and create some much-needed space.
This silver tea set was given to me by my mother, but it's not really the sort of thing that you use every day. So if the dealers are prepared to make me a good offer, it's theirs.
But selling could be easier said than done. One of Christine's most treasured possessions is this Victorian oak barometer, tucked away in a corner of her kitchen. It used to belong to her father, but its unusual stick shape and large size make it highly desirable.
How can you live like that with things in boxes all over the place? I mean, you can't even get into your conservatory, can you?
No, it's terrible, isn't it? It would be absolutely fantastic to have more space to walk around and not bump into things.
Now, one thing I know you do want to sell is that lovely three-piece silver tea set.
Yes, it's not the sort of thing you have out on the table every day, is it?
But, I mean, have you got any sentimental attachment to it? Because, you know, these dealers can be quite hard-nosed about things. They may just look at it as scrap value, even.
Yeah, if that's got a good price on it, then that can wave bye-bye.
Those dealers could have their work cut out here. Wily Christine wants to sell, but only if the price is right.
Well, I'm going to the bedroom.
Off you go to the bedroom, I'm going in the lounge.
I'm in the kitchen.
Our secret dealers are jewellery specialist Alison Chapman, David Hakeney, whose best buys have come from valuing contents on house calls.
I mean, normally I'd come to a house like this, I'd spend half a day looking around.
And Simon Schneider, who I know loves his silver.
There's lots of things to look at here. I'm immediately drawn to this little mother-of-pearl tea caddy.
And it's Simon who strikes straight away.
If we open it up inside, we can see there's two little divisions, if you like, where you'd keep various types of tea. Probably about 100 years old, 120 years old. And in fact, there's not one single piece of mother-of-pearl missing, which is quite unusual. I think that's going to be my first bid.
A fabulous first find. Upstairs, Alison, as usual, has gone straight for the jewellery box.
Silver collar with locket. Then we've got a beautiful little pocket watch. So what else have we got? Oh, it's got loads of lovely, lovely bits.
I've got a feeling Alison could be there for a while. In the kitchen, David has found an oak Tantalus used in days gone by for locking up expensive spirits to stop the servants from having a sneaky tipple.
Well, here's a nice Tantalus, but the very important thing about a Tantalus, of course, is that the cut glass bottles are in good condition. But they're all matching, oak frame, Edwardian. Let's get our first bid in here. That's my first bid. And just at the back here, tucked away, there's a beautiful barometer here.
Well, it didn't take long for David to spot that.
Oh, that's a big one, yes. Yeah, that's something I'd like to buy. A late Victorian one. Not the best looking one, but nice having the porcelain dials at the top. A nice thermometer. There's going to be a lot of things to look at in this house. I better move on fairly quickly.
David's on a roll. And Simon is too. He has discovered the silver tea set Christine has told me she would definitely like to sell.
So we've got a three-piece silver tea set here, Walker and Hall. Probably, without my date book, I would guess, probably somewhere around the beginning of the 1900s. And I'm going to have to guess the weight of this because I haven't got my scales with me. So I think it must be about, I reckon, about over 30 ounces, that.
30 ounces? I reckon you've guessed a little low there, Simon. I'm sure our wily homeowner knows exactly what its scrap value is. I wonder where Alison is. Oh, what a surprise. She's still making bids on the jewellery.
So this is tortoiseshell, and then that's inlaid with gold. That'd be a very good buy.
Double-ended perfume bottle here, that's nice, in cranberry glass. It's my sort of thing. This is a Victorian. There's smelling salts in one end and perfume in the other. Double-ended one, which is rather nice, in cranberry glass, which is probably one of the nicest. So I'm going to put that down. That might tempt this lady to sell me that.
So what we've got here is a bracket clock, or a mantle clock, if you like. I'd say this dates from about 1880. It's got typical Victorian bun feet on the bottom. What's caught my attention about this is the pull repeat mechanism on the side here. And it will tell you that when it last chimed.
The boys know what they want and they've homed straight in on the best items. Alison has been stuck upstairs for well over half an hour.
The house may be full of stuff, but I'm quite happy taking my time so I can make sensible offers on what I want to buy.
Well, Alison may be better off in the bedroom, as downstairs it's all getting a little cramped.
There's plenty of gear to look at in here. I've left you a few markers, obviously.
I can see that.
Well, he's left an obvious trail of bids for Simon to follow, and it looks like there's going to be some competition here for the best items.
I see David's left a little bid on this double-ended scent bottle. So we'll put that there, and then we'll put a little bid on that. And then the other thing I can see out of the corner of my eye is there's a very nice stick barometer. I think that's quite a nice example. I'm going to leave a bid on that.
And David's decided he's going to play follow the bid too.
Oh gosh, there's a nice tea set here. Oh, I see Simon's got a bid on it as well now, look. It's,
With scales in hand, David is able to get a more accurate weight.
45 ounces.
And at 45 ounces, that means Simon's estimate is a whole 15 ounces out. Come on, Alison, have you still not finished up there? The boys are bagging all the best items.
It looks like David and I are going to go for quite a lot of similar things because we've got a nice little Tantalus here with a silver-plated top on it.
Now, when it's unlocked, the silver-plated top should fold down, letting the decanters out.
That's the idea anyway. I'm not going to bother doing that because it's going to take too long. But we'll leave a bid on it nonetheless.
Well, Simon's not very fussy today.
We'll put that in there.
At last, Alison is making her way downstairs, straight into a sea of red and blue bid cards.
Hello, young Alison.
Hello, Mr. Schneider. It looks like you've been having fun here.
Well, there's lots and lots of things everywhere.
Well, there might be, but Alison's eye is drawn straight to the pretty scent bottle that the boys are hoping to walk away with.
Quite sweet, isn't it? They think I shall pitch in with the rest of them. Right.
And that's a hat-trick of bids on the scent bottle. Now, will anything else the boys have bid on attract Alison?
There's a very nice stick barometer in the corner, look. Just checking that the things move. All looks quite good, doesn't it? It's been ages since I brought one, but I like it. Cool.
Up in the bedroom, it's Simon's turn to look through Christine's jewellery, but he'd better watch out, because guess who's on his way?
They're into tortoiseshell. Hello, David.
Hello, Simon.
You're like my nemesis today. You're following me around, aren't you? Looking at all my cards.
No, I wouldn't do that, I promise.
So we're going to leave a bid on those 2 bits of PK.
And with time running out, David is champing at the bit to get into the jewellery, but Simon seems in no hurry. Following the trail of red and blue cards, Alison has now run into the Tantalus.
I can't open this. Can you open that?
And straight away, she picks up on the fact that you can't open it.
It's quite stiff, isn't it? Hang on. That doesn't want to go, does it? Well, maybe leave something speculative. What do you think?
No, I'm going to leave it.
She's certainly not taking any chances, and neither is Simon. He's let David into the jewellery on condition he can borrow his scales, and Simon's now back to weigh the silver tea set. Originally, he guessed over 30 ounces.
OK, so there's about 48 ounces of silver here, and I didn't think it was as heavy as that.
So what do you think it's worth now, Simon?
So I have actually raised my offer on that.
And that's all we have time for, folks.
That was not enough time for a house like this.
Very, very quick hour. Thanks, Kate. Tell me what you've done.
There might have been an enormous amount to get through, but of the 30 items that were bid on, 19 received more than one dealer offer. So do our secret dealers all want to go home with the same thing?
I suppose if there was one thing I'd really like to end up buying, it's probably that mother of pearl tea caddy. I think I've left a really good price on it, so I'm hoping that's going to be a yes.
There's one thing I want to go home with, and that is the stick barometer. Very, very saleable.
Out of all the things, I think that was the one thing I think I'd like to have owned.
Time to get Christine back and find out just how much cash our dealers are prepared to part with today.
Are you nervous?
Anxious? Interested?
What do you think they've been up to in there?
Oh, I bet they've been ferreting away.
Now, in this envelope, Christine, is what is on the table today.
Oh, my word. Oh, good heavens. That's fantastic. £4,665. Be interested to see the individual items. That is really exciting.
Christine has been offered over £4,500 for her family heirlooms.
Good heavens.
But how easily will she be able to part with them? First up, it's that Tantalus, which none of our dealers could unlock.
Something you want to sell?
If the price is right again. I never use it. My bottles empty too fast.
Well, should we see what the boys think?
Go on, go on.
Simon has bid you £170.
Oh, gosh. That's quite good. That is good.
Surprised?
Yes, I am, yes.
Would you sell it at £170?
I think something over 200 would perhaps be better.
David says 185.
I think it's not quite enough, if I'm honest, Kate. I think I'd like a little bit more.
Our independent valuer has said at auction he would put an estimate of between 150 and 200 on it. I think those boys might be persuaded to just go that little bit further. And Alison was put off because she didn't think it worked properly. She didn't think she could get into it. So perhaps if she saw that you can, the lock works perfectly well, she might be tempted to have a go.
Okay.
So I'm going to go and have a word with those dealers and I'm going to call them in and see if they will review their offers.
Okay. Yep,
okay?
That's fine.
Now, Christine really does want to sell this, don't you, Christine?
I would like to, yes.
But it's got to be the right price. Alison, you were put off by the lock, weren't you?
Yes, I
And
was
if Christine
worried it
just
wasn't
shows you very
working.
quickly, it does work perfectly well. It's got the key.
Great. Oh, well, I'm happy with that, Christine. That's
Happy?
good.
How much really are you thinking about, Christine? How much would you sell it for?
How little would you take?
The lowest would be 200.
Well, I'm out at the 200, Christine, so I shan't.
It's
I
on
don't think you're
offer.
going to be that happy with that, Christine, but it's an improvement.
David?
I shall step back and let David take
I think
control.
I'm quite mean here because I've improved it and only just.
Okay, off you go. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Alison's out.
Okay.
We've got 2 new bids. Simon says 180.
Okay. Well, that's below what I'm prepared to take.
So this is the last chance. David bid you 185.
Yes, yes, he did.
His new bid is 190. Pretty close?
Pretty
but
close.
Is it enough?
I had mentally put 200 on this. Maybe I'll just have to start using it.
So is that a no?
It's a no.
I think I left all the money on it. David's left a little bit more and he's got a blank as well, so if it's not for sale, it's not for sale.
So that's a big thumbs down for the Tantalus. Next, the Victorian scent bottle had all 3 dealers buzzing round it. But can any of their bids tempt Christine?
Little scent bottles like this are very commercial, the sort of thing that collectors like. And all 3 dealers have found it and left you a bid.
Wow.
Now, Simon has bid you £90.
Right, okay.
Would you sell it at that?
Not at 90, no. No, I wouldn't.
Well, David has also bid you. David says 110.
Right, that's getting good. Yes, that's getting hopeful.
Alison's got quite a good eye. And she says 160.
Gosh. My word, 160.
I would say in the present climate at auction, I'd be looking at between 100 and 150 pounds. So 160 cash today.
That seems fair. Yes, that seems fair. I think your dealers have got a deal there.
Well, I'm pleased I've got that. Perfume bottles, it used to be very vogue about 10 years ago and then the market dropped, but it's taken up again. These little neat pieces are what people are looking for.
A great result for Christine and Alison. And next up, it's Christine's silver tea service. She's willing to sell, but only at the right price.
Have you weighed it?
I have weighed it actually, yes, and it's very heavy. So I've got an idea of what it ought to be worth for scrap.
Well, both David and Simon have left you a bid.
Right.
And David has left you £395.
Right. And you said he weighed it?
You seem quite unhappy about that.
Well, I know how much it is an ounce, and that is way below.
What sort of figure are you looking for?
Well, there's 50 ounces.
Roughly.
Roughly. And silver's £15 an ounce at the moment.
You're looking for 700?
I am, yes. Yes.
We better see what Simon thinks. Simon says £610. No commission, £610 cash.
I'm tempted, but...
Our independent valuer says £500 to £750.
Well, he's spot on, isn't he?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
What are we going to say to Simon?
We're going to say, sorry, Simon, he doesn't get his commission, I get that extra bit.
Well, I'm surprised at that because I left a very strong bid, but what can you do, you know? Can't offer any more, that's for sure.
Christine is digging in and won't accept a penny less than what she wants. Also staying is the early 19th century mahogany bracket clock, despite a strong bid from David of £260. A silver and enamel-topped 1920s jar and an assortment of jewellery, which Alison bid £175 for. And what about that mother-of-pearl tea caddy that was Simon's favourite?
So Simon has bid you £180.
Oh, gosh. No, I'm not selling it for under 200.
I'm wondering now if I'd left a little bit more, whether she'd have said yes, but that's the nature of the game.
So the dealers have really got their work cut out today. Can a trio of bids on Christine's barometer break her resolve?
Now, this barometer, Christine, was tucked right round the corner here, wasn't it, on the wall? And yet all three dealers have found it and left you a bid.
Right. So it was my dad's. He was very fond of it.
It is a barometer and thermometer, isn't it? In what's called a stick barometer, for obvious reasons.
Yes.
It's long and thin.
That's right.
It's oak case, but in nice condition, isn't it?
Yeah. But I think the sad thing is, Kate, it was tucked in that corner, and I don't think I've looked at it since I've had it hanging there.
Well, you've had quite a good idea about what things are worth to you. Have you got a figure on this?
I have, yes. I'm looking for over 200.
Well, our independent valuer says 200 to 300 as a sort of basic estimate for auction today.
He's a good bloke.
Well, we better see if our dealers fit in with that. Simon says 180.
He's getting there, isn't he?
He's trying really hard.
Isn't he just? But let's see what the others say.
Well, David says 250.
Oh, gosh. That's encouraging.
Is it encouraging enough to sell?
It is. It's getting very close. Yes, it is. Most certainly.
Alison says £310.
Oh, my word. I think Alison's got a deal there. She won't be going home empty-handed.
Well, I am just so chuffed with that. That's marvellous. I pitched it to buy. I wanted to outbid the others because I wanted it.
Well, that was an offer that couldn't be refused. But what about all that jewellery that was in the bedroom? Well, Christine sold her Victorian 18-carat gold lady's pocket watch to David for £205. And she sold her Victorian silver necklace and pendant to Alison for £210. So it's been a real battle today between Christine and the dealers. But just how much has she managed to sell?
So how much money have you made today?
I don't think it's been an awful lot, if I'm honest, because I know there are one or two items that, I haven't moved on.
Well, I have for you here £770.
Oh, good heavens.
In 1 hour.
Gosh, absolutely delighted. Yes, that's
Well, actually-
amazing.
Don't be too delighted, because there's another £1,000 here, which you also made.
No, you're
you
kidding.
made today £1,770.
Good heavens, do I get an actual list to check this?
Yes, we'll
I
get
can't
you a
believe
list.
it.
Don't worry.
I'm absolutely gobsmacked, I really am. There's enough for them to come again as well.
Probably is.
Our homeowners today have walked away with almost £6,000 from the secret dealers. But just how wisely did our dealers buy? Alison did well to outbid the boys for Christine's Barometer because she managed to sell it for £450. Mike sold Kim and Carol's Postcard album for £225. Alison has yet to sell Christine's scent bottle. Karen still has Kim and Carol's teddies, but is sure they will be going to a good home soon. And the rocking horse turned out to be too big for Brenda's granddaughter's house, so it's currently taking pride of place in her shop window, waiting to be sold. And what are our homeowners doing with their cash? Kim and Carol are currently redecorating their house and building an extension. And Christine has put her money towards doing up her allotment.
I'll see you next time on Secret Dealers.